Hello everyone, V the Amazing Greek here. I was in the middle of a project. I figured I'd show you guys what I was doing. It's been chilly and it's kind of sucks. It slowed down our workout routine, so we're hitting it when we can. But since I can't work out up there, I figured now is maybe a good time to do some work up in the where we work out at. So I put some bar holding kind of racks up there. I'll show you that. But what I'm doing now is this is costing me nothing. It's all scrap materials I got. I'm getting ready to make a chin-up bar. Right now I'm in the process. I had drilled out holes. I had a 1-inch hole cutting drill bit. That's as big as I had. So what I'm doing now is using my different files. I'm opening the hole up so that this conduit will fit in there. What I was originally going to use was a scrap piece of it's kind of like conduit. They use it in you bolt it together and you can make stuff. I can't think of the name of it right now. If I do, I'll come up with it. But it held my weight when I laid it across the sawhorses, but it's not as strong as this. So this was an old pole I had for a hiking stick idea, so I'm just gonna cut it to length once I get it up there. And what I've done is I've cut pieces so that it'll fit. Sorry about that. Like this. See, I've got my pieces cut. This pipe is gonna go in there. And what I've done is I've got some spare electrical box covers. So what I'm gonna do is, since this is kind of a hard connection to make for me, especially once the board's mounted, before I mount this on the inside of like rails like I got here, I got the 2x4s exposed, I'm going to use the cover, and I've drilled a few holes in it, and it'll act as like a binding unit to hold it. Then I can put my screws and stuff and it'll just strengthen it. And another benefit to it is it'll cover the hole. So put one on this side when I make it, the other on the other side, and then when I take it up to mount it upstairs, then I can measure what distance I'm going to need to cut for that, and I'll just slip it in there as I mount it, and I'll show you guys how I do that when I get to it. Okay, I remembered what the name of this stuff was. This stuff is called Creoform. Just for anybody, I said if I remembered. It took me a couple days to remember, but it is called Creoform. I just want to make a quick note. As I do things, I forget that sometimes maybe the younger people or somebody always been at home that gets out, some of the things I do. So how do you do that? And when I do it, I run into these problems. One of the things I was thinking about is when I get ready to mount these brackets, when I put the screws in, which this type screw is small screw, after I got my bracket holes drilled on the drill press right there, I just did it right there, I laid this here, took my Sharpie, and in the holes I made a dot, and what I'm going to do is make a little pilot hole. This drill bit is much smaller than the diameter of this. You don't want to drill a hole that is actually the same thickness as this. You'll have nothing to grab. You just want a little hole, just to, one, to guide it in and help it get started, and two, so you don't split the wood. Because I've done projects before and spent a lot of time and got everything just right. When I went to put crap together, the screw might have been thick, a little thick for the project I was using. I just split the wood I was working with. It really, kind of tick you off. So I wanted to say that for anybody, new to tools and stuff like that, because I would do things assuming everybody knows what I'm doing and they don't. So if I start in these videos showing a lot of basic stuff, just roll with it. It's for those who don't really know right now. So I just wanted to say that. Alright, I misjudged this piece right here. The upper part is 16 inches, and I thought that would be long enough sticking out of the wall to do a chin up. But as I was trying to find a place for it, I noticed And if I put my hand here where the bar is going to be, I'm going to be right up against the wall doing a chin up. I'll be actually probably dragging against it. So as I was looking around at how to mount this bracket somewhere else, the walls over there, they go up and then they angle up, and I thought maybe I'll set that bracket up there like that, but then would be hitting your head up on the wall. I gotta find the right place for the light. With the wall, you'd hit your head. So what I'm gonna do is, my bar's long enough, I'm gonna mount my brackets, one of them here on the side of the window, and the other one, oh, that went dark again. The other one on this side of the window, and then the bar will go across, and you'll have plenty of room to do a chin up. Well, the light's not wanting to work with me, so that's where I'm at now, and I'm getting ready to mount those. Alright, there it is. I'm getting it from this angle first because moving around up here, the light is terrible. I decided, like I said, got the brackets there mounted to the side of the windows there. I've got screws and a couple nails holding up. And let's see if I can get some light here. Yeah, you can see the bar in front of the window, but like I said, the lighting up here is terrible. Trying to get it just right. Oh, there we go. Had it for a second. But that's my chin up bar. Sorry you can't really see it. But it is up there. Yeah, light up here sucks. I need to install some lighting. There you see, you can barely see it. There's the bracket, the bar going across, in the other bracket. The bar is strong enough. I'll give this here a test here in a second and see if it can hold my weight or not. Hopefully it will. So simple as that. Sorry about the lighting on this one, guys. Thanks for watching. I almost forgot, I told you I'd show you the little racks I made for the weight bars. All I did was cut a 8-inch piece of plywood, of a 2x4, and I simply measured from the ground up. The first one I think was 23 inches in the back, and then 24 inches in the front, and then that way it, you know, just like this, about 1 inch, and that gave it enough of an angle that you put the bar on there. Of course, I don't throw them on there. I set them on there, and they won't roll off of there. There's enough of an angle there. So it gets those up out of the floor and makes it look a little bit better in here. And then of course I just put a couple nails to hold the different attachments for the pulley thing on the bench. So that's a real easy thing anybody can do. And then of course I use a C-clamp to hold them in position when I put the screws, and 3 screws on each one. That's all it took, and it helps keep it organized, because you don't want to be stepping on all this junk when you're moving around and twist your ankle or fall down and bump your head, hit it against the weights or something. So that's just a little quick idea, something you can do. Doesn't take, you know, is it 8 times 6? So, you know, that's not much wood at all, and that was all scrap stuff for me. So just something to think about.